Welcome back, Canada Boys. Today we're checking out the latest episode of Classless Hero. And they at it again, man. This man just always stay aura farming on everybody and everything. First, he does the test for the water school, right? Or he wants to initially. And the teacher's like, man, you're not even that nice, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You need to take this test. You gotta wait a year. And he was like, why would I wait a year when your classes are useless? That's crazy to tell your teacher. Which obviously that got on her pride. Understandably. She was like, what you mean useless? In fact, I'll do a mock battle with you right now. If you win, if you can get a scratch on me, right? I'll let you through. But don't get hurt. If you get hurt, don't get mad at me. Now, mind you, if that was anybody else, I'd be worried for them. This is the wrong guy.
That's our MC, man.
This is the wrong guy.
Honestly, I don't know why he was trying to use only ice magic on it, but I think that's the only because that was for the test, though. So I guess that makes sense because I would have just packed her up and made it quick. But
no, he wasn't allowed to use physical attacks.
That's fair.
He had to beat her solely with the magic from that school.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Because I was like, he could have done this a lot faster.
Well, yeah. They don't expect somebody to be like a sword god attending their academy for magic. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
It usually takes people their whole lives to get to one elite class. And he's out here just like spamming everything, essentially. Now, initially, I ain't gonna lie, teacher was holding up pretty well. I was like, wow, this teacher is that, you know what I'm saying? She deserves where she's at, for real. She was able to go bang with him with magic, hit him with surprise attacks. It wasn't working, but it was impressive. You feel me? But then it got to a point where this man was like, oh, so you can counter what I'm doing right now. Have you ever tried countering it from all around? And he just spammed her max output from every direction.
I want to know what he thought he was doing too when she froze him and he just punched the ice off.
I know she didn't peep that. I feel like
that was crazy.
That would have been enough for me to be like, something going on with that kid.
Yeah, at first she was talking, she's like, yeah, man, look at him. He got frozen like off the first attack, and then she looks at the other girl and he's like, listen, always hit him with your strongest attack first. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But whatever, besides the point. He punched it open, and then he proceeds to do the multiple ice shards at her.
Yep.
And then he sent one that was from the top.
Nah, but here, before we even get to that,
you're talking about the where he put them all together.
He just started bombarding her from all sides, right? She had to put up the ice wall to block it. But the thing is, when he did that, her ice wall was essentially absorbing all the ice he was shooting at it. And so her plan was to just wait until like
he ran out of
mana, and then she was gonna do a counterattack, right? But this man was literally feeding her ice wall ice so that she could make it to the point where she couldn't get out.
That was disgusting.
Because he has that much mana apparently. And then when he was done doing that, he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let you know what this attack is coming for, so you don't die. But he shoots an ice lance into the top part, and there's nowhere for her to dodge. Yeah. She is literally blocked in on all sides.
Yeah, like there was like no room to dodge at all, so she was gonna get hit.
Yep.
Regardless.
And then she puts up an ice wall. He penetrates it, and then blows up the whole thing. Now, I don't know if she somehow blocked it at the end, or if he just decided not to kill his teacher.
I'm like, she was gonna get backed up. Yeah, the way it's looking, but
I think he spared her, bro.
He had to,
because that looked crazy.
She did admit her loss before it landed too, though. So I don't know if he caught on to that or if.
I hope so. She did threaten him initially, like, hope you don't get hurt. He's probably like, all right. Let's see what you got.
Hit her with you're strong.
Nah, for real. It was crazy. Yeah, he easily passes the water exam, moves on to the next school, right? And he goes to the green school. Now, the green school, for some reason, I guess like the headmaster just uber busy, and he's the only one who can like facilitate this promotion exam. So when he asked, she was like, if you ask him and she messes up something with the school, like you're getting expelled, like just straight up, like he's gonna have no access. But then they remember the flying test or the competition that they were supposed to attend anyway was about to happen soon, and the headmaster's the one who kind of hosts it. And if you win, then the headmaster like acknowledges you and like pretty much gives you the trophy or whatever, right? And so he was like, "Oh, man, let me just do that instead." Now, mind you, he learned how to fly like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. They said it was 2 days.
Was it 2 days?
It was 2 days.
That's nasty.
Because like I remember them talking about it, like he was talking to the green hair guy about it, like before the race started. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've only been doing it for like 2 days," and I was like, 2 days? Yeah, that don't even sound right. Because I do remember them talking about the race originally from the episode before, where he was like, "Yeah, you'll just have to race me in the next one because I'm gonna be too fast for you." And he's like, "Don't worry, man, I'm gonna figure it out." And he did figure it out really fast. So that's why I'm like.
No, I think it was a few weeks though, because remember last episode they thought there was a ghost for like a month or whatever.
Yeah, I know that, but they were saying something
that was
about
practicing.
No, I know, but they said something with it for 2 days though.
I don't remember.
I don't know why they brought
whether
that
it was
up.
2 days or 2 weeks. This man's growing a little too fast. That's the problem though, okay? Because they start this competition, mind you, there's 300 people. And the lady's even like, "Are you sure you're gonna join the competition? There's literally so many people. You think you could come in first?" He was like, "Absolutely." 100%.
I think it was funny because like once the race started, we had our homie that ran right into the wall.
Yeah.
But I guess the commentators, there was the beautiful guy that they're all in love with, and then I forgot who the other commentator was.
It was like third year or something.
Yeah, but they were talking about homie. He's like, "Hey man, he's probably the fastest one here. He just fails every time flying."
You know,
but I'm like, he's probably been doing this for the last like 4 or 3 years now.
He has the most potential, man. He can't handle the stage. Feel me? But hey, we know somebody who can, because our boy, and even the guy who was talking crap to him, I ain't gonna lie. For a character who was, trying to gloat and be like, "I'm pretty fast," he actually was pretty fast.
And I think what his downfall was literally his mana as well, because they were literally talking about it on the way, and he was saying he needs to go faster, but he's like, "Nah, you don't need to go faster.
Gas.
Yeah, you're gonna run out, and then you're gonna be cooked."
And honestly, if he wasn't like racing with the MC, he probably wouldn't have won, because that other girl,
she would have blown him out of the water, man.
But he was getting like top 5, top 10.
He would have took second still. He took third.
He did? Oh, you know what?
He took third.
Let me give my boy his credit.
So he technically would have took second.
Yeah, so he is nice.
Yeah.
He picked the wrong gear. Because all I know is they get to the first like turn, right? Because they're supposed to go like pretty much all the way around the city and come back. And people apparently don't know how to like make sharp turns at all with flight, which is interesting to me, because I'm like, to me, like that would be very simple, right?
Right.
Because you're already in the air, and if you're like pushing yourself through the air, like I feel like there's no like friction to stop you from turning. But apparently it's very hard, and people like fell into like the little moat and like crashed right off the bat. So they kind of already set that precedence that like, hey, turns could be really hard. You have to slow down and really control your speed, right, to get through it. It gets to a point though where it's just the MC and the girl who's in the lead. And mind you, she's won like every competition for the last year. She's just
3
like
years.
that. Yeah. She's fast as hell. She's just moving. Every time the MC think he catch up to her, she's like, "Okay,
I'll just go faster."
Yeah, I was like,
oh, all right.
And it got to a point where he couldn't even keep up with her no more. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Hey, this is my max speed. There ain't no more."
I have no chance at this point, and I can only go at this speed, so I'm gonna have to pull out my secret weapon.
Bro,
This man might as well have been in Moshly the way it was looking with that.
but he
Ain't no
was
way.
on air, bro.
Bro,
What do you mean by
he reminded me of Moshly when he was playing that Quidditch game and he was just running in midair. You know what I'm saying?
Same vibe.
I was like, nah, but this dude was just doing a little in the air.
He was straight jumping at her the whole time. He was keeping up.
And the commentator was looking at him. I've only seen this from swordsmen.
Yo,
So he been around. He know ball.
nah, he no ball for real.
He know ball. And the other guy's like, how do you even know that?
He was like, "This guy must have strong ass legs."
Yeah.
But that's not possible. He'd have to be like a supreme great swordsman.
Yes. And he goes, hey man, it's got a sharp eye.
Keeps doing it though. And so, mind you, it got to the point where even with his new technique, he still was just head to head with her, right? But there's a turn coming up, and she's sitting there like, "All right, no worries. We're both gonna have to hit this turn, so we both have to slow down." and whoever slows down first is essentially gonna lose.
He did not slow down.
Yeah. But he just kept going. And she was like, hey, I want to live. So she slows down a little bit. And he gets to the part where he needs to turn. And at first I was like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna like spin and kick or something? But he punches the air. It uses that to turn.
So my question is because there was that first turn at the beginning. Do you think he used it then and they just didn't show it? Or
he just was flying at the end, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't doing all that.
I was like, if he used it then too, I'm like...
even his regular flight, he was still like second, guaranteed. Yeah, if he never brought that out, which is what's crazy.
That is true.
But with that on top of it, bro, like he ends up winning the race straight up. And what's crazy is he ends up talking to the headmaster, right? The headmaster's like, oh wow, you're actually pretty talented. You want to tell me your secret? Nah. Exactly. He was like, hey, I ain't doing all that. He was like, you know what? Whatever. What do you want?
Actually, he did kind of tell him. It just doesn't.
He didn't believe it. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like something he would believe.
He's like, yeah, sure, man. I'll go do push-ups. Like that was the vibe.
Get him with that Saitama, man. But hey,
you feel me?
You know.
Either way, after that insane performance, he just gets promoted. So I was just like,
so he ended up passing all 3 classes with the same color hairstyle of all his underlings.
Yeah, he still has 2 more to go,
which he'll obviously pass the next episode.
Or actually 3 more to go. I forgot about the dark school.
The dark school don't count. He got promoted already because he's the only one showing up. But yeah,
it's tough, man. Like I said, I'm seeing all this happen. Same thing I say every week. What is the point?
It's wasting our time, man.
You feel me?
But hey.
But he did say at some point in this episode, like, oh, I need to do all this magic so I can catch up to somebody. I'm assuming that's his dad.
Who else? I don't know, bro.
Because I feel like at this point, the antagonists for him are really his parents.
True. And then eventually he'll probably face off against his dad, just how he did his mom.
And then now what?
He's the conqueror of all worlds.
Like y'all are raising Thanos, like, but with no ambition for real. Like, what are you gonna do now?
There's no drive anymore. You know what I'm saying?
You're already the strongest at this point. Like, I feel like they're gonna have to really introduce either like a whole new concept of people, like do something.
It's almost over. They won't get to that this season.
It's making me sick, bro. Is he just gonna have a happy family? Is that how the show gonna end? It's just gonna be like a flash forward after he beats his dad and like, hey, this is me, my wife, and my kids.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to tell us what happens when it comes to that part.
Yeah.
Right now, we just wasting time.
Yeah. What would you rate this episode, man?
A 6.
5.
Just kidding, I'll give it a 7.
I'm giving that a 5. I ain't even gonna lie. They just doing the same thing.
They are though. I can't.
It's like vaguely entertaining, but in like a brain rot type of way, man. It just feels like really sloppy content. You know? Like obviously, like I already like the world, so I'm not like mad to watch the show, but like after I watch it, I feel empty.
I'm good
because I'm just like, I mean, that's cool, but like, what are we doing now? You know what I mean? I just feel like they need to have some sort of overarching plot, and that's what the show is really missing, right? It has a really good sense of like progression for the character and everything, but there's no goal associated with the progression. It's just progressing for progressing's sake.
I think the plot died after he killed the
demon.
The sword god downstairs at that basement area.
That
was extremely easy for him, but I understand.
Well, I do see what you mean. That was when it was like, oh, he's literally the strongest person in this city.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Immediately, then the next episode, he just kills the demon dude, and like, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I had no faith in the demon after I saw the sword god die downstairs.
That's what I'm saying, like,
okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fair, bro. Because yeah, at this point, if they introduce another demon, I'm already like, okay, hey, you're gonna get one shot.
It's cheat skill, bro. That's all it is.
I think even cheat skill had a little bit more.
I like this still better than cheat skill.
I agree, from especially like an animation / like world building standpoint. You know what I mean? But at least in cheat skill, he was actually like having to fight something OD. He was strong, but it wasn't to the point where like nobody could contend with him. You just had to bring actual OD people to contend with him. In this show, I think you could search the whole continent, bro. He can use, like, ask him to use whatever skill. Like, he's to the point where he can cook you with whatever. Right?
True.
Like, legit, you could be like a super strong fire mage, and he'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna use only ice on you, and he's probably gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how OD he is right now.
He's just here just to be here, man. I don't really know.
He just collected diplomas, but he already has the skills.
I think he's just doing this just to do it at this point. There is no overall
For the love of the game. He just wants to be the strongest, but like on whatever his terms are. I guess, which is like
I don't see the fun in that, but
I mean, I do see the fun in that, but like at the same time, like I wish they would just show more of it. You know what I mean? Or even if he was like, oh, this, I want to be as strong as this person that's currently alive, or maybe this hero that used to be alive. Like there's no like framework from which to like draw upon, like for his strength, because he just outclasses everybody in his vicinity so bad, besides his parents.
Yeah.
That's the only time we get to see proper checks on what he's about.
I don't think anything's gonna change though either.
Yeah, that's true. We gonna keep riding with this one, man, but I've given up on the plot. You know what I'm saying?
I gave up too.
It's just a for fun show at this point. You know what I mean? Y'all let us know what y'all thought about this episode down below. Aside from that, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all.